Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look.
Candy instantly brings you back to something. It's always this fond memory. The sights, the smells, all the taste, all the flavors. Everything in your imagination is here. Powell's is almost like a fantasy store. One of the comments that we get a lot from kids is the kids will walk in here and go, man, this is just like Disneyland. You know, it's a Disneyland to them because they're walking in and they're seeing more sugar than they've seen anywhere else. Wow, look at all this stuff. No one has the variety that we have, whether you like something sweet, sour, or anything in between. We have a plethora of chocolates from everywhere from milk chocolate to a pure 100% dark chocolate bar. And then we have all this chocolate here, you know, all our different truffles with Irish cream, mint, eggnog, you know, amaretto, coconut, you name it, we've got it. Whether you're 5 or 85, there's always some type of taste sensation for everyone who's here. And that's what's so much fun about it. I guess the only bad part about this job is because you do get to taste it all. You know, I definitely put on a couple pounds since I opened this store, that's for sure. Everyone comes in with a smile, leaves with a smile. So that's a really big part of why we do this, is it's all the fun that people have and all the memories they get to share with somebody else they love. There's no place like Powell's. There's no place like Powell's. There really isn't.
At the Brookdale Inn, just north of Santa Cruz, paranormal activity is considered business as usual.
In housekeeping, we have rooms that we go into where the TVs will go on and off by themselves. And it's not a channel that is on, it's just white buzz.
One of the games they like to play is to turn on appliances. In the morning early I came in and the blender's on, which wasn't on when I locked the night before, or the coffee machines will be turned on with no coffee or anything, or things will be missing.
I've been here a year and a half. I work as a bartender. We have things that happen with the power, for instance, the jukebox turning on and off at different times.
There's not really any certain spot here where activity happens because it can happen anywhere.
PZTV, a local group of paranormal investigators, has documented plenty of unusual occurrences.
I've seen shadow people several times.
Not only did we see the shadows with our own eyes, we use special laser lights. And when something passes through the laser light in the wall, you see it so clearly.
We were walking around the Brook Room, another investigator and myself. We actually heard music, laughter, the clanging of dishes, like people were having dinner. There is a lot of residual hauntings in that room.
Over the last 2 years, the team has spent several late nights holding seances.
Sarah, are you here?
Hoping to find the answers.
We try to talk more with the spirits so we can understand what spirits are here and who they are and why they're here. Did you used to work here at the lodge?
In fact, some revealing clues can be found in the Brookdale's past. In the 40s, it became a popular Hollywood hangout to stars like James Dean and Marilyn Monroe. But according to author Jeff Dwyer, a darker era in the inn's history helped shed light on the haunting.
In the 1950s, gangsters, it said, started to move in because of its seclusion. They came up here and conducted some of their nefarious business, which included disappearances, kidnappings, and it said some murders, giving rise to some of the other ghosts that we see here at Brookdale.
Although there are many ghostly visitors, only one spirit seems to call the inn home.
The Brookdale was founded by Judge Logan. His niece, Sarah Logan, drowned in the creek, giving rise to one of the most famous ghosts found at this lodge. She's seen all over the place. People hear her singing, laughing, skipping through rooms.
I think she loves it here. I think it's a place that she doesn't want to leave.
The group has made a connection with Sarah and has recorded several EVPs.
EVP means electronic voice phenomenon. It's something you pick up on a recorder. but you cannot hear with your ears. When we play it over, you can hear her say, "Time to play." It's such a thrill to think you could build a connection with this little entity on the other side.
Whether it's the history or the haunting, the Brookdale Inn is worth the visit. It's not some average, ordinary fun room. It's part Iron Man, part Burning Man.
It's here to test strength, fitness, and all-round courage and mental toughness as well. It's a challenge of camaraderie.
3, 2, 1, with 20 military-style obstacles, Tough Mudder is one intense personal challenge.
So it might only be 7 miles, but we designed it to be the toughest one-day event you can possibly do.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go Mudders!
And it doesn't matter how fit you are or how strong you are. You get into that 30-degree water where you're standing in front of these flames and they're chest height. Only then you're going to know whether you're really mentally tough and whether you've got the grit to just power through.
You don't like to get muddy, you don't like to get wet. It's all mental. You just drive on.
Woo! Although it's a lot of hard work, entrants will find a little time to play.
Grease lightning was awesome, sliding down the hill.
We're just going back to our childhood and saying it's like a slip and slide.
That's going to be fun, although it's going to be quite a shock at the bottom when they get into the cold water.
Completing the event is an individual accomplishment. But getting to the finish line takes teamwork.
1, 2, 3!
Most of these obstacles are going to be a lot easier if you work with other people.
Yeah, some of the obstacles you can't do on your own.
The walls are just too high. You've got to have someone else boost you over.
It makes for a great atmosphere.
And for some willing participants, they'll walk away with the ultimate badge of honor.
Right now I'm getting my tattoo. It's a free tattoo, and it's a reminder that I actually did that race and I actually finished it. That was a pretty badass Tough Mudder run.
I said life's short. You gotta see what you're made of.
I came here, I conquered this mountain, and you know what? I had a blast with my buddies doing it. And that is what being a Tough Mudder is all about.
It was sunrise at Bay Meadows. And the morning started like any other day. But this day was far from usual, because after 3/4 of a century, Bay Meadows would run its last race. The San Mateo racetrack would be torn down, its land redeveloped.
It always has been known that it would have a higher and better use.
What some may not know is since its opening in 1934, Bay Meadows has made groundbreaking history, and it all started under the direction of one man, William P. Kine.
He was always trying to advance the sport, so he was a person that was willing to take a chance on things.
Such things as the photo finish were here first, the daily double. The first electric starting gate was used here.
It was also the first track that flew a horse into race.
He won the next day, and I saw the horse coming off the plane in 45.
The thing that ranks probably the highest is when all the people were here to watch Seabiscuit win the Bay Meadows Handicap back-to-back.
And fans would pack the stands again, this time to enjoy one final day at the races.
Post time is 10 minutes away.
And they come here because they love the sport. They come for the competition and to pit themselves against the form, you know, to try to beat the form, to pick the winner.
Racing.
It's exciting.
Come on, 7!
It's exhilarating.
Gary goes to the lead.
And there's nothing like hearing the hoofbeats. And you hear a horse making a move.
Attica mowing him down late.
And then the whole crowd goes crazy. Come on with that 4. Come on with that 4. You can just feel all this energy.
The afternoon sped by, and it was over.
The final field to grace this hallowed ground heads for home, and it's You Lift Me Up showing the way home in the last end.
Some fans lingered for one final look.
Everybody was very, very sad. It was a sad day, you know.
It's going to take a while to realize that it's over with.
But before the racetrack was demolished, its history was auctioned off. Every piece went to the highest bidder.
100 bid, 200 bid, 300 bid, 400 bid, 5, 600 bid, now 7, 800 bid, 9, 800 bid, 9, 1,000 bid, 11, 1,000 bid, 11. Fair warning and last call. Sold, $1,000. Buyer, 551.
The sun continues to rise over this San Mateo property, not on another season of racing, but on 75 years of unforgettable memories.
I'll always remember it the way it is right now.
Racing. They're in the back stretch, and it's a surreal scene.
I'll never forget it. Never forget it.
It'll always be in my heart.